welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning back in. If you guys are new here, why do I keep looking at myself? Somebody told me that I wasn't looking at you guys in the other video, so now I'm looking at you guys. Okay, so if you're new here, subscribe down below, click the notification button below, the bell, so you guys can be notified every time I post, and welcome to the P-Gang. Today I'm going to do a story time video. I got a few DMs about me in high school, how high school was for me. The video that somebody requested that was actually really funny, that I thought would be like a cool video to do, was my most embarrassing moments in high school. And I feel like I'm interested in doing this video because this was my last year of high school, and I feel like since the year is ending, you know, it's a cute little time to sit back and like reflect on everything that happened and, you know, just appreciate how far I've come. The fact that we're not in high school anymore. I'm not in high school anymore, you know? But if you guys do want to see like high school advice videos, you know, how to survive through high school 101, DM me on Instagram or comment down below under this video and just let me know. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Okay guys, so I have 5 embarrassing high school experiences, or 5 of my most embarrassing high school experiences that I'm gonna share. I'll start at the earliest stage and then get to like the later stage, just to like follow like some sort of chronological order. I don't know. Before we even start these story times, guys, I was just a very awkward kid that just really tried to fit in. But I feel like when we're in high school or like middle school, that's the time we start getting more, you know, self-conscious, we want to fit in. But yeah, cool. So just putting it out there, disclaimer, I was a very weird kid. Very awkward, very weird. That'll explain a lot from this point onwards. By the way, I'm sorry about the lighting, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, cool. So we're in middle school, we're self-conscious, we're just that awkward kid that doesn't have friends, right? So that was all throughout the year. So now, I just generally was reserved. I didn't like to do any activity. I wasn't into sports. I was just into like art, music, drama. That was my thing. So now, every school has athletics, right? Every school has like the inter-house, athletics with other schools. Every school has that. Cool. And so my school had that too. So now, I was literally that child that would bunk PE classes. I would disappear. But now when it came to athletics, like competitive stuff, me already being a person that doesn't play sports or that doesn't like playing sports, I was just like, this is not for me. Not about to do this. So did the girl not skip all of the the practice for the actual day? So now those athletics were the ones that other schools came to, where we went to like this other field and other schools were there or whatever. And so I initially signed up for running. I don't know how many meters it was, but I think it was a sprint something, because we all had to do something, which I don't believe in. I don't believe in force, guys. I don't think that if kids don't want to do things, they should do things. But anyway, it's all fun and games. Skip PE, the day comes and I'm confused, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. I'm just gonna run. I'm just gonna finish this. I don't even care if I win, as long as I just finish this. Generally, there was a lot going on. People were doing short put, javelin, the long jumps and all of that. So I thought like attention wasn't really going to be like on us when we were running. So I've been skipping PE. The girl is not ready. The girl is not fit. The girl she just wants to get it over and done with. So now, mind you, this was my first year in middle school, still trying to make friends. So I cared a lot about like my reputation. Even though people didn't really know me, I still care. Now, it's time for us to now run. When I say everybody's gaze turned on us, I mean it. But I mean, it's just running. How bad can it be? And the people that I was running against, you guys, these were like tall, athletic, really well-built people. Obviously, your girl being as short as I was so intimidated, and also knowing that I just don't run. You know, how did I get myself into this situation? Cool. The gun shoots. We're supposed to start running. What does P do? She falls. Right on my face. I fell on my face, you guys. That was so embarrassing, you guys. Literally, as soon as I got up, my ankle twisted and I fell on my face. That was like the talk of that year. I was just that girl that fell on her face. It was so embarrassing. You know, because when you're small, when you're young, you have like a low self-esteem already, and you're just trying to like navigate your way through life. But yeah, so that was year 1 of middle school. Most embarrassing high school moment or middle school moment number 2 We move on to the year after that. Still at Vintuk International. You know, I try to reinvent myself, and this is where it all went wrong, by the way. We're coming into this year, we're ready now to reinvent myself. Did the girl not get a whole wig? And it was so big and it was so long. At Vintuk International was like a really diverse school. We had no school uniform. People had pink hair, people had purple hair. So me wearing a wig wasn't that big of a deal because half the people didn't even know it was a wig. Now, was I not flexing all year with that wig, my dear? Surprise, surprise, this had to do with sports too. Like, we always jogged laps and laps before we actually started PE. Now, this was a windy day. Like, it was a rainy season. Now, imagine windy plus rain, so like the field was wet. There were like puddles of water everywhere. Now, this is also the time where your hormones are starting to develop. You're starting to get crushes, you know, notice the boys. There's this one specific Australian boy that I really had a crush on. I remember that so clearly. We were going like we were friends, you know. We sat together at recess. We had lunch together. So this nigga didn't know the girl had a whole wig, you know. Now, was this Australian crush not sitting on the bleachers when the girls had to do the laps now? My dear, my dear, my dear. Does a whole wave of wind not blow my whole wig away? Now, does the girl's whole wig not fly? And not only fly off, but into a puddle. You know, of all times the wind could choose to blow people's lives away, that was the moment. The girl is there, knowing very well she botched her head. She cut off all her hair, so there was no hair there to even like support, come like a cute little bun underneath. No, it is just your bald head. Everybody literally stops what they're doing. I look at the bleachers and literally almost everyone's standing there like this with their eyes wide open, you guys, like they saw a ghost and like they just didn't know what to do. So now do I not look at my little Australian crush with his big blue eyes just wide open, his jaw literally drops to the floor, and your girl is just standing there in the middle of the field not knowing what to do. Now, does my Dutch friend not go and pick up my wig and give it to me? So she comes with my wet wig and she gives it to me. And then I say thank you. After freezing for literally almost 1 minute. And I take the wig and I just walk across the field. Didn't say anything to anyone. Pukuu, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Is my wig okay? Okay. So I go in the toilet and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, wow, what a great start to this year. That entire year, you guys, I was so embarrassed. My little Australian crush was traumatized. After that, he was just like scarred for life. I don't know. But yeah, embarrassing memory number 2. This was my last year in middle school. Now, this last year in middle school, I had this crush on this one Chinese boy in my class. Protecting his identity, let's say his name was Cherry Blossom. Cool. Now, Cherry Blossom couldn't speak English. But of course, P has a crush on him. I don't even know I had a crush on him, guys. Do you guys remember why you had crushes on who you had crushes in like middle school things? So now it was time for a secret Valentine. For some weird reason, I thought he liked me back. Tea! Oh, you look so cute! You too! Sister, say hi. I was at work, you guys. And it's dripping. So Valentine's Day comes and I'm feeling like he's gonna be my secret Valentine. So now I'm seeing my Chinese crush put a rose and some chocolate in his bag. The last year in middle school is the year that I started getting like friends. I had like a little clique. Obviously now I'm also going through that stage where I'm trying to like impress people, you know. I'm so glad these were all phases that we went through and got over. I'm literally dying at the memories of them. So now, did I not used to tell this girl gang of mine how much Cherry Blossom liked me? How he always came to read his books next to me? How when we had like projects, he always wanted to be my partner. And they were all like, really? That's so cute. So he's now at the water fountain and then I get my girl gang. Why did we walk to the water fountain? Because I literally dragged them to come with me so they could witness, you know, my crush, and they could witness like all the things I'm always talking about. How he really likes me. You know, when you want to prove yourself to your friends. He's very startled. Okay, I remember him like jumping up a bit and then he had like the rose and the chocolate in his hand. My dear, my dear, my dear. So he starts walking towards us and my little heart started pumping so fast. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the moment I've been waiting for all years. They're all gonna see my middle school mentality. So does he not walk past me and gives the things to my friend? As I started getting older, I had this tendency of being very clumsy. I just became a very clumsy person. So now, at Waldorf, there was this one place that was very, very high. Like the downstairs classes with like the field, and then when you climb up the stairs, like that high part up there. Yeah, everybody could see you. Like all of the grades could see you, like the small kids and the older like grade 12s up there. They could all see you if you were at that spot. So now I'm supposed to get a chair because I didn't have a chair, or people were just taking chairs to the other class. I don't know for what. Now everybody carried their chairs before me. I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't know why I was the only one that was carrying a chair when I was carrying my chair. And guys, when I'm nervous, I just start doing weird things. Like I start like walking really fast to, you know, speed up the situation, get out of like an awkward situation. Because that was the place where everybody could see you, you know? I was just trying to get out of there as quick as I could. Does the girl not trip? Does she not fall on her face with her chair? After this moment, I was just like, P, I'm done. I'm so done with you. It can't get any worse from here, you guys. And you're here tripping and falling on your face with chairs. My dear, that whole school saw. Grade 12s, they started the O's. The little kids underneath were laughing their heads off. Other people were standing there with their mouths closed. You guys, if you know Waldorf, you know that place is dusty. There's sand everywhere. It's like a desert. I stood up, my dear. My dusty self, I stood up. That was so embarrassing, you guys. All right, you guys, coming to most embarrassing moment number 5, the last one. Grade 11 at Rocky Crest High School. I'm not gonna reveal the names, even though most people probably already know what that was about. Things that I used to do, you guys, whoo, cringe. But anyways, so I had this humongous crush. Cool. So the beginning of the year, I didn't talk to him. I barely talked to him. I always like sent messengers to go talk to him for me. So then the last most embarrassing moment with this crush was by the water fountain. I'm sure if we were like close in high school, you know about this scenario. So now I'm at the water fountain and I'm trying to drink water. So I opened the tap and I was now trying to scoop my water. You know, open the tap, you scoop up your water, and then boom, I saw him in like my peripheral view. Like I could see him in the corner of my eye coming up behind me. What does your girl do, you guys? What does your girl do? Instead of drinking my water and minding my business, you guys, I breathed in the water instead of drinking it. I really don't know how. I just breathed in the water. Now, did I not have a whole episode, you guys, where I was coughing, I was sneezing, I was trying to get the water out of like my system? What's up? And I start choking, I start sneezing, I start coughing, I start crying, and then he's trying to help me. Like he was trying to, you know, come behind me, like pat my back and help me. But no, my dear, I walked straight down. I was skitting. I walked straight down, coughing and choking and sneezing and crying. And I remember coming back to the bottom to one of my friends, Lucia, and she's like, bro, what's going on? What's wrong with your face? Why are you crying? Why do you have water everywhere? Yo, that was so embarrassing. I feel like that's definitely gonna go down as the most embarrassing memory I have from high school. But yeah, you guys, we have come to the end of this video. Those were my 5 most embarrassing high school memories. If you guys want to see more of high school advice videos, because I know a lot of my viewers are like people that go to high school and like school kids, so if you guys want me to give advice on anything that you need to know about friends, relationships, stuff like that, definitely let me down. Come on, let me down. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below, or DM me on Instagram, and just generally any other video suggestions that you have or videos that you want me to do. And I will see you guys in my next video.